Clarity. That's what we all really want when it comes to knowing how to run your business, where your orders are, where your sales are, what your team is doing, and all of the individual tasks and processes that are associated with each individual sale and order. So what we did is we built hoops with a sales board and a job board so that you can track and manage everything really easily and gain a huge amount of clarity at a glance so you know exactly what's going on, who's doing what, and when tasks need to be undertaken. So what I'm going to do is take you through our job board and our sales board. As you can see, there is a sales board and there is a job board. Now, we specifically built both of these boards so that you and your team could log in from anywhere at any time, see where all of your sales and all of your orders are at a glance, where everything is at, and what needs to be done next. Now, we specifically built them for a couple of different reasons. One, so that you can see what is going on with multiple tasks and processes within a single order at any given time. We know that nothing ever exists in a single status. This is why you can track and manage all of those individual tasks and processes located within either your sale or your job very easily. We also know that there are no two businesses out there that run the same, have the same structure, work in the same way on a day-to-day basis, and therefore their workload that they go through is fundamentally at its core not the same either. This is why we don't tell you what workflow to go through or push you through old school rigid type of processes. We did it so that you can customize it to the specific tasks and processes you go through. And you can do this by adding status, date, text, and person columns. Not only that, you can build it out to be as big and beautiful as you would like, and you can also use our filters to filter down any of this information. And once you have saved any of the information on these boards, you can actually save those filtered views as a view that you refer back to. So for example, I've filtered it down just to see the jobs that require a proof. I've saved a view called proof needed, and now I can just simply click on that view and see the jobs that require the proof. You can also potentially do the ones that are in production, or from a sales perspective, you may say, for example, see it with your biggest opportunities or your highest likelihood to convert. Or if you do have a bigger sales team, you may want to see it via individual salespeople. Now, it erases the clutter. Nobody needs to sift through any of the information. They can view their specific views, and then they can see all of the tasks and processes associated with obviously any of the orders or sales they are specifically responsible for. Not only that, you can then build it out so all of those tasks and processes are associated with them. These status columns here are also completely customizable. Add as many as you would like, change the color and what that status is. Now, the awesome thing with Hoops is you can apply automations to any of these statuses. One, so that it changes other statuses, which then trigger other outcomes. So you can have multi-chain automations associated with it, meaning one status change can potentially do 7, 10, 15 different automations, continually automating and updating tasks, letting team members know, communicating with customers, etc. So that brings me to the next thing that these automations can do is you can apply automations again to any of these statuses to automatically fire off an email or an SMS to your customers, letting them know of any information or updates on their sale or their job. Not only that, you can also update internal team members. So again, they're being notified of all of the different tasks and processes associated with them as well. So again, you can completely take away any of those manual tasks that you're doing on a day-to-day basis now and completely streamline it. You can even build out your sales board so you're automating your updates. And again, you can build out your job board to really undertake the processes you would like. I will show you some of these automations in a different video, so make sure you do check out automations. But as you can see, with the job board and sales board, you can log in from anywhere at any time and see where all of your sales and all of your jobs are at a glance, where everything is at, and what needs to be done next. You get clarity, you get complete transparency over everything. You know who is responsible for what, and now your team is working together in one single system to obviously create the best experience in-house. And not only that, you're creating a phenomenal experience for your customers as well. If you haven't already, make sure you sign up for a free trial on our website, hoopcrm.com. And then also feel free to book in for a demo so that you can see how it can work specific to your business. Thanks a lot.